The lights burn hot inside the arena, a low roar humming through the crowd like a gathering storm. This is not just another heavyweight bout. This is a moment of collision between size and speed, between ambition and experience. On one side stands Tyson Fury, the towering, undefeated contender from England, a man whose frame alone bends the laws of boxing tradition. 6 feet 9 inches tall, arms like scaffolding, swagger etched into every step toward the ring. On the other side waits Steve Cunningham, the proud American veteran, a 2-time cruiserweight world champion who has dared to climb into the land of giants. Cunningham doesn't bring spectacle. He brings discipline, Navy-trained focus, and the hardened confidence of a man who has survived countless wars in the ring. As the tail of the tape flashes on screen, the numbers tell a brutal story. A massive height advantage for Fury, a dangerous weight gap, and 2 very different paths converging under one set of lights. The crowd senses it. They feel the tension in their chests, the unknown hanging heavy in the air. Fury paces like a predator, loose, playful, taunting fate itself. Cunningham stays composed, gloves tight, eyes locked, knowing tonight is about more than size. It's about timing, precision, and belief. This is Fury's U.S. debut, a proving ground, a test of whether height can survive adversity. For Cunningham, it's a chance to rewrite the script, to show that skill and heart can still challenge raw mass. The referee calls them forward, gloves touch, the bell rings, and just like that, the heavyweight division holds its breath. From the opening seconds, the contrast is unmistakable. Fury stands tall, his left hand dangling low in defiance, a showman daring Cunningham to step inside his reach. Cunningham obliges. He fires the jab early, sharp, disciplined, snapping Fury's head just enough to announce his presence. This is not a man intimidated by height. This is a fighter trimmed down, stronger, faster than he was years ago, bringing cruiserweight speed into heavyweight danger. Fury answers with movement rarely seen from a man his size, switching stances, leaning back, flicking punches, absorbing information. The crowd reacts to every exchange, unsure whether to cheer the spectacle or fear the risk. Cunningham begins to find moments, slipping inside, touching the body, landing clean rights that echo louder than expected. Fury smiles, taunts, but behind the bravado, there is respect forming. These punches are real. The Englishman fires back with long rights of his own, reminding everyone that mass carries consequences. Yet Cunningham refuses to back down. He is active, busy, disciplined, forcing Fury to work, to think. The first round becomes a chess match played at heavyweight speed, jabs probing, feet adjusting, egos colliding. Fury's power shows in flashes, but Cunningham's experience keeps him composed. The crowd senses it too. This is not going to be easy. As the round closes, Fury has entertained, but Cunningham has competed. And in boxing, competition matters more than confidence. The bell rings, and the story quietly shifts. The giant is being tested. Round 2 detonates the script. Fury steps forward with growing confidence, perhaps too much, leaning into his aggression, pressing for dominance. Cunningham waits. Patient, calculated. Then it happens. A perfectly timed overhand right, arcing over Fury's guard like fate itself. It lands flush. The impossible occurs. Tyson Fury crashes to the canvas. The arena explodes. Shock ripples through the building as the undefeated giant scrambles to his knees, eyes wide, legs unsteady. This is uncharted territory. Cunningham smells history. He presses forward, firing combinations, forcing Fury backward, testing his resolve. Fury tries to talk his way through the storm, waving Cunningham on, masking instability with bravado. But the truth is clear, he's hurt. The smaller man circles, punches sharp and purposeful, refusing to waste the moment. Fury clinches, leans, survives. He jabs to recover, breath heavy, pride wounded. Cunningham continues to work, touching the body, snapping the head, fighting with urgency. This is the best round of his heavyweight life. The crowd roars with disbelief. The myth has cracked. Fury steadies himself late in the round, reminding everyone that giants fall hard, but they also rise. When the bell sounds, Cunningham walks to his corner, knowing he has done something unforgettable. Fury sits, listening, absorbing, understanding that raw talent alone will not carry him through this night. As the fight enters the middle rounds, the tone shifts. Fury begins to adjust, to impose his physical presence with intent rather than arrogance. He leans on Cunningham, makes him carry weight. Tests the limits of his smaller frame. The jab becomes more disciplined, the movement less playful, more purposeful. Cunningham still finds moments, sharp counters, veteran instincts, but the pace is changing. Fury's size begins to matter. Each clinch drains energy. Each body shot leaves a mark. The referee intervenes, warning Fury for holding, eventually deducting a point, a reminder that discipline still matters. Yet even with the penalty, Fury's momentum grows. He cuts the ring, limits Cunningham's angles, forces exchanges on his terms. The crowd senses the tide turning. Cunningham's breathing deepens. His legs slow just enough. Fury's confidence returns, not as mockery, but as control. He lands clean rights, uppercuts inside, punches that sap resistance rather than seek instant glory. Cunningham fights on heart, on technique, refusing to fold, knowing this may be his last stand at the elite level. Every round becomes a test of endurance, not skill. Fury is learning, adapting, becoming something more dangerous, a giant who can think. By rounds 5 and 6, the physical toll becomes undeniable. Cunningham's jab loses snap. His movement tightens. Fury stalks him now, gloves high, shoulders rolling, cutting off escape routes with surprising agility. The crowd watches the transformation in real time. This is no longer a reckless contender, but a heavyweight growing into his power. Fury lands short uppercuts, thudding body shots. Punches designed to break rhythm and spirit. Cunningham still fires back, landing occasional rights that earn respect, but the energy gap widens with every exchange. Fury's conditioning shows. The earlier knockdown becomes fuel rather than fear. He presses forward, forcing Cunningham to fight at a pace he cannot sustain. Clinches become weapons. The ring shrinks. The atmosphere tightens. Cunningham's courage is undeniable, but courage has limits. Fury's hands free up more often now, and when they do, they land heavy. The crowd rises with each exchange, sensing the climax approaching. The giant smells it. The veteran knows it. The bell rings, but there is no relief, only inevitability. Round 7 begins with urgency. Fury steps forward immediately. No hesitation, no theatrics. He lands a brutal right uppercut that snaps Cunningham's head back, followed by another and another. The smaller man's legs betray him. He tries to clinch, to survive, but Fury peels him off, unleashing punishment with ruthless efficiency. A crushing right hand sends Cunningham crashing to the canvas. He struggles, tries to rise, but his body refuses. The referee watches closely, stepping in as Fury looms, ready to finish. Cunningham's heart pulls him upright, but the damage is too severe. Fury closes the distance, unleashing a final storm. Power, size, will, converging. Another knockdown. This time, there is no argument. The referee waves it off. It's over. The arena erupts as the count is waved away. Fury raises his arms, chest heaving, emotion pouring through the bravado. He has been tested, he has fallen, and he has responded. Cunningham remains seated, battered but dignified, having given everything he had. The crowd applauds both men, one for his victory, the other for his courage. This was not domination from the start. This was a journey through adversity. Fury's corner embraces him, knowing this fight changed him. The undefeated record remains intact. But more importantly, something else has been earned. Belief. Belief that this giant can survive chaos and adapt under fire. At 2 minutes and 55 seconds of round 7, the referee's count ends the contest. The announcement echoes through the arena. Winner by knockout. Still undefeated, the heavyweight pride of Manchester, Tyson Fury. Fireworks erupt, but the real story lingers beneath the celebration. This was the night Fury learned what it takes to be champion. Not height. Not hype, but resilience. He walked through doubt, rose from the canvas, and emerged stronger. For Cunningham, it was a final stand of honor. For Fury, it was the forge. And for the heavyweight division, it was a warning. Because a giant who can fall and rise is the most dangerous fighter of all.